Marketing attribution and media mix modeling, or media mix optimization, are two of the most common and important data problems that marketers today are trying to solve. If you don't know where and how your business is generating revenue, you won't know how to allocate your marketing budget most effectively. I'm excited to show you today how Domo and Snowflake are helping marketers solve these exact problems. This app, developed by Domo, sits on top of your data in Snowflake and allows you to run multiple attribution models and media mix optimization models. We'll start here on the Attribution tab. In this portion of the app, you can create your attribution models, save them, and then compare them side by side. You have three main options for defining your model. The first option is selecting which marketing interactions you'd like to include. In this instance, I've selected all interactions that happened pre-sales. The second option is which model you'd like to use. I've chosen a weighted attribution model that is a U-shaped model. This model attributes 40% of the credit to the first touch, 40% to the last touch, and then distributes the remaining 20% equally among all remaining touches. In this app, you have full customization over these weighted models and can define the weightings however you'd like. Other selectable models include first touch, last touch, linear or even touch, a W-shaped weighted model, and even time decay models. The final option is the breadth of interactions you'd like to include. For this example, we'll stick with including all interactions across the entire account, but you can easily toggle to just include interactions on a particular contact or set of contacts. You also have the ability to isolate an individual account, marketing channel, or marketing campaign in the model configuration. Now that you've configured your model, you can look at revenue impact over time and what percent of that revenue is already being captured as marketing sourced in our primary model. I personally love using Sankey charts to show the flow of revenue from accounts through channels and ultimately to campaigns. It provides an easy way to visually understand what marketing activities are having the most impact. You can even engage with Domo AI to ask questions of your data that aren't immediately answered by the visualizations provided. With Domo AI, you can find out which channel had the best ROI or which campaign is producing the most leads, all in the context of the model that you've created. If you want to save this model, you can click the button in the top right and then switch over to the Compare Model tab to view this model's performance compared to others you've already created. You can see here I've already created a first touch model and a last touch model that I could compare against. Now that we've determined how we want to allocate historical leads and revenue, we need to use that data to forecast future revenue. Let's head over to the media mix modeling portion of the app to do just that. In this portion of the app, you can define different media mix scenarios that will allow you to accurately forecast leads and revenue from the budget that you have. To configure this model, you first input the budget amount that you'd like to optimize. You then select if you'd like to prioritize leads or revenue, choose which quarter to use as a baseline to train the model, choose which quarter you'd like to forecast, and finally choose which attribution model that you've created in the previous tab that you'd like to use for revenue allocation in this model. After you finish configuring your model, you can then save and run your model. The app will then help you understand expected leads and revenue compared to your baseline quarter and provide recommended budget allocation down to your individual marketing channels. Just like in the previous Attribution tab, you can then save this model and compare it to others that you've created. This app is just one example of how Domo is helping marketers everywhere get the most out of their data in Snowflake.